Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then a little introduction. This is a place to share stories, adventures, and everything I wish I had known before embarking on them. My name is Trina, and you're watching From Fiji to Here. Welcome to another packing video. Yes, the most loved and yet hated part of traveling. Last time we were talking about toiletries, and this time we're talking about first aid kits. Yes, this thing comes with me whether I'm gone for a week or 2 months. It's stocked with everything I could potentially need. Maybe they don't speak English. Some countries have different laws about over-the-counter medication. And I tend to bring this with me when I go on day-long excursions as well. It's just better to be safe rather than sorry. Little disclaimer, I haven't opened this since my last trip about a week and a half ago. So what's in it is really what I packed. Let's dive in. Now that I'm looking at it, it probably would have been easier to just take one thing out at a time and show you. So let's rewind that. Okay. As you saw, it all fits in here normally more nicely. Let's start. So first off, we have some Tums Antacid. These are a necessity when traveling. You don't know what kind of new foods you're going to be trying, if it's going to agree with you. These are running empty. We've got some gravel, especially on a cruise. This was much needed. It's not as environmentally friendly, but I do suggest if you are traveling to get the ones that come in these little sheets. That way you don't have to bring the whole box, but it still has all the information on the back when going through customs if anyone has questions. I have some Benadryl. You don't want to be on a hike, get stung by a bee, and then find out you're allergic to them. We have some Advil. I normally buy these and then refill with my own. Just try to remember what strength you're putting in there. This is not from Lush. We have some Pepto-Bismol. Similar to Tums, however, these work wonders with food poisoning. Cue a video. Thank God to have Pepto-Bismol. We have a face sunscreen. Whether you are going skiing in the Alps or on a beach, protect your face. Similarly, protect your lips. We got some, I love this. Tastes like coconut. But they have other flavors, some Sunbum lip chap. And more Benadryl. I have one of these things. It's actually super handy. Wish I could tell you where I got it. No idea. But it is a lint roller on one side and a mirror on the other. Super compact. Diarrhea relief. Super important if you are going to countries where they don't use the same water filtration systems as you do. This little jar of mighty goodness. These are B12. I have low B12 levels, and also B12 is known for improving your mood. When you travel with the same people for a long time, sometimes you just need a little bit of a oomph to get you back up there. And what's left of a package of hauls. Airplanes are dry. Airports are dry. Air conditioning's dry. Sometimes you just get that scratchy throat and you don't want to be coughing through an entire airplane ride. Got a little flashlight. This is super handy, actually, with any situation where the power might go out. But even if that's not the case, for places like hostels, when you're trying to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, if you're sharing any kind of dorm room, it comes in handy. A little sewing kit, because you never know when you might tear your pants. This is a little too close to home. You don't know when you're going to tear the butt out of your pants. But also, you can use the needle to pop blisters, which is a debatable, controversial topic. More gravel. Tide to go stick. If you are bringing white, or if you are a messy person. I am both. Tide to go. This I didn't know existed until I was on my way to Iceland and couldn't breathe because I was so congested. It is a Vapo inhaler, so it's by Vicks, and you essentially just stick it up your nose and breathe in, and it clears you right up. This is literally a lifesaver. You can find them in most relays in the airport. My first aid kit is also where I'll keep an extra copy of my passport. I'm going to show you guys that, but it's a good place so it's all together. And then we get into this little guy. I'll show you this one in a sec. All right, this guy is going to get a clear table just for himself. When we open it up, has everything kind of, this is more of the first aid kit that you'd probably think of back home. So I have some steri strips because the last thing you want to do is have to go and get stitches if a steri strip can do it. I also have an emergency survival blanket. This, I don't know, it was just peace of mind when I was driving through the outback of Australia. Peace of mind if you are driving anywhere and could get stranded. If you're going on a boat, someone could fall in the water, hypothermia. It's just helpful to have. I have a ridiculous amount of alcohol swabs. If you are going to use a needle to pop blisters, be sure to sanitize. You also just want to keep clean. Normally, any cuts, scrapes, bruises when you're traveling are not sterile, so you want to make sure to clean them, as painful as it may be. Band-aids, these ones specifically are blister band-aids. I would suggest having a bit of both. If you're walking a lot, blister band-aids are a huge lifesaver. I also have these little waterproof ones. If you're going to be spending time in water, they're also beneficial. More alcohol. We've got some antiseptic swabs. Similar to the alcohol, you want to make sure everything's nice and clean. Some iodine ointment. What else is in here? Ooh, burn relief. Pain relieving gel for first aid use on minor burns, including sunburn, cuts, scrapes, and abrasions. This is really good for things like if you are in Asia and you accidentally touch the pipes on a motorbike. This is super helpful for things like that. You could use it on sunburn, but I think that'd be a bit of a waste. This is for things that are like a little more serious. But again, up to you. And then I think all that's left is some Tegaderm, which is wonderful, not for burns, but it's kind of like a bigger Band-Aid to cover multiple scrapes, and it won't come off every couple days. So buys you some time before getting checked out if you're in the middle of nowhere, or maybe before you make it home. That just about covers it for my standard first aid kit. If I'm going somewhere, for example, when I went to Fiji and stayed in a village, I did have prescription medication in case I did get traveler's diarrhea and couldn't get up. Another thing that I'm pretty sure is going to come up is feminine hygiene products. If I'm not supposed to get it during that time, I'll pack 1 or 2 in this case, in this first aid kit. However, if I know I'm going to get it, I'll pack an entire little kit that has everything. And this is also where I'll store any extra cash that I have, because you don't want to keep all that together. And no one's going to think to look in with your tampons. So... Hey guys, something that fell out of my toiletry bag, but it definitely comes with me on every trip, are these. They are little laundry soap patches. I'll bring it up close. So they're little laundry soap sheets. You open them up, look like this, and they dissolve in the water. A necessity if you plan on washing your clothes in sinks, like I do frequently. That's all the time we have for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, as well as any videos you'd be interested in seeing. Also, if you like this video, be sure to give it that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to be notified of more like it, as well as to join me on my future journeys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys!